back to Scarfing Scarves. I'm Tyler, and today's topic concerns something I'm almost positive you don't give a shit about. Not to interrupt those of you involved in the oh-so-important business of looking at your billionth funny cat video, I'll pause to allow you some time to close the window and leave. Now that all the reasonable people are gone, I aim this video squarely at the heads of those of you lacking enough sense to spend your short lives on something actually worth your time. Let's talk about some frilly dresses. In case you had a stroke in the last few seconds that actually confused you into caring, Lolita Fashion is a style of clothing mainly consisting of ridiculously frilly dresses worn by girls, and some guys, that would cut out your liver with an unsharpened spork if it meant even the slightest chance they might reserve the latest release before half the globe gets wind of it. God help you if it has ponies on it. The wearers of the fashion are known by the same name, and just to disappoint the pitiful number of you who stuck around, no, they have no relation to Nabokov. Perverts. The fashion consists of the roughly three main styles of sweet, gothic, and classic, and while I'm sure even 5 minutes of Google will give you reasons to yell, "What about blank?" I can assure you I don't give a damn, and you and your half-baked sub-style can promptly go back to the pitiful obscurity you crawled out of. Bittersweet. Just saying. The three styles are all you need for an introduction, and anyone who wants more can go digging on their own time. Speaking of digging, if you're not interested in having your insides clawed out with a rusty shovel online, you might want to observe the following. No cat ears. Ever? Never. Not ever. Hordes of the undead will rip you apart more gently than a group of Lolitas confronted with animal attributes. And while you might get away with that nonsense in your Western Goth fusion kawaii hybrid idol maid cafe bullshit fest you wear in your mother's basement, this frilly fashion would sooner post you to 50 different drama sites than tell you you look like a cheap mix of Felix-inspired whore. But isn't that mean? Yes, and now you're beginning to get it. Lolitas are the ravenous drama lords of the frilly world, and if you'd like to be spared the fate of this bullshit video, I suggest you leave your party city where it belongs. Which brings me to my second tip. Lolita costs money. Nothing says good life choices quite like dropping a few $100s on a dress about as practical as your mother's 4th wedding. But the fact remains, this isn't a fashion for the faint of wallet. Your basic big brand Lolita dresses will easily run you $200+, and if you'd like them without shirring that looks like it was used to haul 50 pirates over a castle wall, I suggest you fork it over. Are there options for those of you who don't feel like throwing wads of cash at the Japanese? Yes! Do I trust even one of you watching to have the common sense to purchase wisely your first time? No! Misery awaits you all, and should you like to mitigate it even the tiniest bit, I suggest you research your options in this style like it isn't some completely ridiculous hobby that will leave you with nothing but an empty wallet and pain. Cheery concepts aside, the final pointer I can give you that might actually serve you despite the overwhelming odds of your miserable failure is to simply listen to advice. Your first chord is not going to be your best, and if you're fortunate enough to only receive some 50-odd compliment sandwich pieces of criticism, 10 bitchy comments on a drama board, and your first mention in a secret community for looking like a flaming bag of half-baked awful, you should come out with at least 12 people telling you to wear a blouse. 5 of those will find 20 ways to describe the Eda nature of the horrid office wear you've disguised as Lolita, and the rest of the way will focus on the 50 ways your nose reminds them of a misshapen potato. This is a good outcome. If you don't freak out and try to defend yourself to a room full of people eating popcorn to the sound of human misery, they will forget you exist, and you can go about your business as if your extremities had never been compared to popular Irish vegetables. Or you could ignore all that and go about like the pride-filled potato creature you really are. I look forward to seeing the results. Frilly dresses. Serious business. This has been Tyler, you've been watching Scarfing Scarves, and I'll catch you next time. Still here? Leave a comment below if you'd like a more in-depth Lolita video. Like if you think I resemble some kind of space vegetable, and be sure to shove it up your skirt if you hate me and can think of creative ways for this video to get hit by a bus. See? We can be friends! Tastes like piss.